Hey guys, Chase here, Southern Sky Farm. Good morning, girl. And I want to show you all what we did for the water. So, of course, basically the whole eastern side of the United States is going to endure this winter storm. And it's going to be obviously extremely cold. Right now, it's in the teens with the wind chill in the single digits down almost to zero, and it is freezing outside. But I wanted to shoot this video, and of course I'm going to kind of post it probably here in a couple of days. But for the next week or week and a half, we're going to basically be below freezing the entire time and not get above freezing except maybe 1 or 2 days. So here we also have the yard hydrant. We have it covered up. You can see that it is opened. We have a strip on the actual metal pipe that comes out of the ground that is heating that. We have a little like electrical tape type thing on the actual piece of metal. We obviously have the blanket on it, and then the blanket is also heated. Those are all Amazon purchases. And then we have this heated like camper RV style garden hose, which is also heated. Sorry for the wind. And we come down here, we have the yellow cord as a heater inside the actual water tub, and we obviously have the heated piece going into the water. So right now it's in the single digits with the wind chill. We have fresh water for the cows that's warmer than obviously if it was without the heater. So we know that that's working. The float valve is still working and moving around. We're still able to fill it up. So basically, as of now, we don't have to fight with the water, keeping it either filled up or unfrozen, because like I said, for the next week to week and a half, it's going to be below freezing, like the duration of the entire week. So it's not even going to have a chance to unthaw. But the heated RV hose was from Amazon. The little heater right here, that's also from Amazon, made just specifically for the Rubbermaid tanks. Obviously the extension cords for all the stuff we're using, the 12 gauge wire thickness for the cords. Like I said, the little blanket was Amazon. The actual like heat tape on the actual piece of metal that we taped onto that is also from Amazon. And then inside the well house, we have a heater that is currently running, keeping the well house from freezing. And if all else fails and we lose power, we got a generator, and we obviously have a generator connect made into it already right there that will be able to still power our whole system if we do run out of power and it starts freezing. So that is the plan. Today is Saturday. The storm is going to start tonight. We're here in Virginia, Central Virginia to be exact, and that is kind of our game plan. With the bulls, we'll have to fight the water. The bulls over there in that paddock, but we'll have to fight the water with them, and the pigs will also have to make sure that they have fresh water throughout the day. And then I'm going to shoot another video on how we're going to try to protect them. So we'll keep on updating this video, but today's Saturday. I don't know the date. I'll put it up on the screen real quick. And right now it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to shoot some updates throughout the storm and show you all how it goes. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so today was a couple of days later. I think this is maybe 3 days after I shot the last video, and we were talking about our water system and kind of what I did to hopefully not have the water freeze and be able to water the cows 24/7 and not have to deal with this particular water. Now, for kind of what this system went through, is the lowest temperature that we had was actually that 5 to 7-ish area Fahrenheit was just the temperature outside. With the wind chill that we had a day or two, it was either right in the negatives or around the zeros. And that is what this water system went through, where we tested the water system out. And then of course I'm going to tell y'all how it was. So with those weather conditions, the area right before it goes into the water tub that's now obviously covered up, that froze. The rest of the system, the hose, the yard hydrant, and all of that up there was perfectly fine. I unscrewed this the day that it happened, and we had water coming out of the heated hose, but it wasn't obviously going into the float because it had froze on the outside of the tub where it kind of connects to go inside. With the heater inside the actual water tub, we've had no problems with, and that's worked out perfectly. We haven't froze in this area at all. So once we froze, that was the night that it was in the 5 to 7 negative wind chills, 0 area. That night when it froze, we obviously came out the next day, it was frozen. So what do we change? There's a little coupling that's about a ½ inch thick of just insulation that actually came with the system, and it had like a little tail probably the size of my finger of like the actual heated hose that's in there. We put that on top of the ball valve inside where it actually connects and goes into the tub. We put it on there, then we took our, I think it's 15 insulation, wrapped the whole ball valve that's still on the outside but it goes in, wrapped that whole area, and then obviously covered it up with this tarp, so if we got more snow or rain, then the insulation wouldn't get wet. Once we did that, we have not had any problems with this system whatsoever at all. So just kind of to recap quickly our system, we had, we'll say for good measure, 0 degrees that this went through, which is obviously extremely cold for here in Virginia. Our water didn't freeze. We're just using a Rubbermaid 50-gallon water tank. The actual valve that we're using here is a Jobe MegaFlow. The heater that we used, I forgot the exact name of it. I'll just kind of put it up on the screen right here. And then the actual hose that we have, that heated, or that's the heated garden hose that's kind of made for RVs and stuff when it's super cold. We bought that from Amazon, and this was a 75-foot hose that we bought. Then when we came over here, we have heat tape that we taped along the actual, I don't want to uncover it, but taped along the actual metal piece. We have heat tape there we got from either Lowe's or Home Depot. Then we have this blanket that we actually covered up where the water comes out and then goes down, that's also heated, and the blanket was also from Amazon. That is our system here, and of course we kind of have the other system there. We do have a heater inside of the well house, so that doesn't freeze, but other than that, that is all we have here. So for it to survive 0 degrees, that's absolutely phenomenal. And this will for sure be our winter system now when we start getting into freezing temperatures, especially starting next year. But for now, that will run the rest of the season here, and we shouldn't have any problems. So if you have any questions, I know we've been trying to figure out how to fight these freezing temperatures and keep the water for the cows, because we have 60-some head in here, and obviously we can't continue just staying here and fill up the 50-gallon water tank. And we didn't want to also waste money going into a 100-gallon tank, because then the little calves wouldn't be able to get to it. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and I can make sure to get the information of the stuff that we used to make this happen. And majority of the stuff came from Amazon or Lowe's. So that'll be all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like our channel, subscribe to our channel, comment below, shoot us an email, that will be in the description below, and then share our YouTube with friends and family. Thanks for watching, guys.